Hey there, I'm Tana. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am a busy working mom to 2 kids, and in today's video, I am going to walk you through my Sunday routine. What I do almost every single Sunday to get ready for the busy work week ahead. So you're going to be seeing this video on a Sunday, but the clips are from previous weekends. So before we jump too far into the video, I do want to mention that today's video is a collaboration with the fabulous Heather McCarthy. Definitely would recommend that you head on over after watching my video because she has a ton of motivation for you. She is a cleaning and organizing channel. She has a ton of homemaking ideas. So if you are looking for new channels to follow and subscribe to, definitely head on over and check out Heather's channel next. And if you came over from Heather's channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you being here. I would love to be your new friend. So go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments and let's definitely connect. I hope you'll hit that red subscribe button before you leave here today. So the very first thing that I do on Sunday when I wake up is take care of my kids. Usually I wake up to one of them crying out for me. They're actually sharing a room now, which is really interesting. So after the baby is fed, I pretty much wake up my husband and then we head on downstairs to the kitchen. He usually is in charge of the breakfast domain. So on the weekends, we typically will have like a larger breakfast than we do during the week. So it's usually something like eggs and bacon, or sometimes my toddler will ask for pancakes or waffles, and that's definitely my husband's domain. So I let him take care of that. And the very first thing that I do is make coffee because I need coffee to wake up. And then we eat breakfast, and then after breakfast is really when the work sort of commences. I know they say Sunday is a day of rest, but it's never really a day of rest in my house. There's usually so many chores that need to get done and just a lot to take care of between prepping for daycare and prepping for the work week ahead. So one of the major things that I do on Sundays after eating breakfast is really just take a look at what is in my fridge and what is in my pantry to try to figure out what we're gonna eat that week and make a meal plan. It saves us from getting a lot of takeout, and I really try to be mindful, especially during this, pandemic life we're living in, to not be running to the store multiple times, not be going out for extra things, and also to just not waste. So I make a meal plan based on what we have in the house, and then I go online to my Instacart app and I'm able to get my groceries delivered the same day. So in my area, there's no real issue. But I usually just get onto my app, and Wegmans is my preferred store that I like to order from on Instacart. I find it really easy because I'm typically ordering a lot of the same things every single week, and they're in my favorited items list. So I'm able to just really quickly add bananas, bread, milk, peanut butter, the basic things that we eat each and every week to my cart. If there's anything else that I need to complete a meal, I'll add it, and then I go ahead and check out. And usually my groceries come within 2 to 3 hours. So that's awesome. I highly recommend it if you are a busy working parent, or if you're even a stay-at-home mom and you just don't want to be going out with all of your kids during these crazy times we're living in, where you just have a lot going on, because let's be honest, stay-at-home moms have just as much work to do. It's just different work. During the day, definitely take advantage of things like Instacart. There are so many great apps out there that you can use, and it just makes your life so much easier. I'll go ahead and put the link to Instacart in the description box below. In a non-coronavirus time, we would also be going to church on Sunday, but we are not doing that right now because we just don't feel like it's worth the risk. There are so many resources online. So after I place my grocery order, I'm typically hanging out with the kids in the living room. I don't get to see them during the week. I see them, but I only see them in the morning and at night. I don't see them all day, every day. So I like to take some time with them on Sundays and just kind of hang out. Usually while I'm doing that though, I have laundry going. So our laundry is on our top floor. So I'll just run up really quick, throw a load in. Machine is going off to let me know that the laundry is done. So I'll run up there as needed and just kind of change out the laundry until my baby needs to go down for a nap. Once I put my baby down for a nap, usually Instacart has come. And at that point I start prepping my food for the work week. I will usually always make something pretty large on Sundays so that we have leftovers. I intentionally make more than we need to so that we have leftovers for like usually Tuesday. I don't like to eat the same thing on Monday, but I can definitely eat it on Tuesday or even for lunches depending on what I'm cooking. On this particular weekend that you're seeing now, I made a meatloaf. My husband had been asking for meatloaf for a couple weeks now, so I definitely wanted to fulfill his wishes and put this meatloaf together. I'm not really one to use a lot of recipes. I kind of just wing it, or I see what I have and I kind of go with it. But I threw this meatloaf together, and then I also chopped up a bunch of fresh vegetables. I chopped up an entire bag of carrots. I didn't want these to go bad. They had been in my refrigerator for a little over a week and a half. Carrots tend to last a while, but I definitely thought it was time. So you'll see that I'm slicing up these carrots, but then I'm also taking half the bag since I'm already chopping carrots, and I'm making them into carrot sticks. And I pretty much do this every week because my toddler loves carrot sticks. If you put ranch on anything, he'll pretty much eat it. I'm guilty of giving him ranch and ketchup when needed. If you do that too, let me know. We can be in cahoots together. I usually will make some eggs. I always prep eggs every weekend. My baby loves hard-boiled eggs. I eat a lot of eggs too, so I definitely tend to prep eggs. And the way that I do it is I have this little, I think it's called a dash. I'll try to find it and link it below, but if you've not seen one of these before, it's definitely worth the $10 investment. You just pour water into the bottom, set the eggs inside, put the cap on, and press go. And it's that easy. You don't have to get out a pot and fill it with water and wait for it to boil, and then take the eggs out of the boiling water and put them in an ice bath and the whole thing. Like, it really does make great eggs. So if you're somebody that eats a lot of hard-boiled eggs and you don't have one of these yet, I definitely would suggest investing in one. So while the eggs are going, I just take that time to go ahead and prep lunch for my toddler for the next day. And instead of making one peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I typically will make 3 at a time. They hold up great in the refrigerator, and it saves me the time on Monday night and on Tuesday night from having to make another sandwich when I can just pull one out of the refrigerator and put it in his lunch bag. So if you have kids that are going to school right now or going to daycare and you're not doing this, it's definitely something I would recommend. They don't know the difference whether or not you made it that morning or 2 days before, and I promise you it tastes just as delicious. So I typically will make sandwiches on Sunday and then like again on Wednesday for the rest of the week. Sometimes I'll send noodles in his lunch or something different, but most of the time he prefers to have a sandwich, so I typically will just make them in advance. The other thing I typically do while the food is kind of going, the eggs are cooking, etc., is get their bags ready for the week. I have another video on what I pack in their daycare bags, so I'll go ahead and link that above right now. But basically, I have a lot of prep I need to do to get their bags ready, including labeling diapers. I have to label diapers for both of them for the week. So I sit there, you know, while the food is being prepped, and I label all the diapers with a Sharpie. I've tried other methods. I bought stamps with their names on it, and they don't work. It wipes off. So I have to sit there with a Sharpie, but I get the job done, and I make sure that their name is on every single diaper. I also typically will make like a big batch of macaroni on Sundays, whether it's Albo's or rigatoni or, you know, any kind of noodle really that my baby can pick up and eat. I'll go ahead and make that because he eats a lot of noodles for dinner, or sometimes I'll put it in his lunch. My toddler loves them too. It's just good for me to always have noodles on hand that are always ready to go for those dinners where it's like, panic, what's for dinner? And kind of at least have something that isn't gonna take 20 minutes to put together. After the kids have both napped, we pretty much will just play again. Maybe we'll go for a walk. After the afternoon is sort of wrapping up or winding down, I will get the kids ready for dinner, and we typically eat dinner around 5:30, 6 o'clock, because I just like to try to keep it consistent to what it's like during the work week when we get home from daycare. So 6 o'clock is usually the goal, and we'll sit down and have dinner as a family. And once the food starts flying or I get hit with a fork, which happens pretty often. If you have any tips for me, let me know below. But once that sort of starts happening and I can tell that the kids are really getting tired, I will take them upstairs and give them a bath. And I do bathe them together. It's just a lot easier for me. I've actually been bathing them together since my baby was, I think, 3 months old. And they're 20 months apart. So at that time it was kind of challenging. I had to have like a tub in the tub situation. But I make it work because it's just more efficient for me. And while I am giving the kids a bath, my husband tends to clean up the kitchen. He is really great about it. He's very efficient about it. So he typically will load the dishwasher, wipe down the counters, that type of thing. Then he will come upstairs if we're putting the kids to bed together. So he might take my toddler and I'll take the baby, or vice versa. Not every night of the week. Like sometimes he has work to do at night, or I might have work to do at night. So I'll like feed the baby and then duck out, and he'll kind of take over on those nights, or I'll just do bedtime solo. But on Sundays, we're both typically around, so we typically will do that together. After the kids are down, which is a whole routine in and of itself, I typically will head downstairs and speed clean.
No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry, 'cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so strong. It goes on and on and on. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat.
The kids' stuff ready before I head upstairs is make sure that their nap mats and their crib sheets are in their backpacks. And I also lay out their clothes the night before so that I know what I am dressing them in the following morning. And that's pretty much it. At that point, if the kitchen is buttoned up and the kids are actually sleeping, I will head upstairs, and typically I will either watch a couple of my friends' YouTube videos, or I will edit a video myself. I oftentimes find that I am editing on Sunday night because I typically will post a video every Monday, and I usually am just still working on Monday's video. So I hope you found this video helpful or just interesting to know what I do on a typical Sunday. Heather is showing you all the ways that she resets on Sundays, so definitely head over to her channel after you finish watching mine and check out her Sunday routine. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share it with another working parent. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.